You're still watching Your Story in this hour. We cross around the country to bring you stories from local areas with local reporters, and we go back to the Eastern Cape because the winter initiation season is taking place. And just before the break, I was talking to Zimkita, and I tried to ask her that this story, a lot of the interventions that they're talking about, we've heard many times, year after year, and yet this doesn't seem to be putting an end to these senseless deaths that take place at the initiation schools. Let's cross now to Zimkita and see if there is anything different this time around, because we're certainly tired of hearing the same story over and over again.
Welcome back, Peter Tumitata. Well, this year, various departments are going to be working together, and that is the Department of Cooperative Governance and Traditional Affairs, the Department of Health, the Department of Policing, and the main reason all these departments are now involved in the initiation process is because of the problems that have continued to take place within this custom. The main custodians of the custom are traditional leaders, and this evening we are joined by Chief Dudumayo, who is going to tell us what it is that they are going to do different this time to make sure that there are no boys that are going to go into this rite of passage from boyhood to manhood and come back in coffins. A very good evening and a warm welcome to this live broadcast this evening, Chief Dudumayo. Tell us, we have seen since 2016, almost 300 boys have died in various initiation schools in the Eastern Cape, and you are from the OR Tambo region, which accounts for a great number of those statistics. What is it that you're going to do different this time around to ensure that those boys come back alive?
Thank you, Zim. Good evening to you and your viewers at home. We have a responsibility collectively as the society, because this is the challenge that is facing the society. What we did after the Eastern Cape Customary Male Initiation Act, we made sure that all the structures that are outlined in the Act are established, and we made it sure that we may conducting some awareness campaigns to the communities, the initiates, and everyone that will be playing the part in the program. Mm-hmm. So currently we're ready because we've established all the committees, and we're calling upon the communities to be hands-on, because this is the matter for the society, not only the traditional leaders of the custodians. So we are up and running. We have established local initiation forums in all local municipalities, and also we made sure that there are committee working initiation committees on the ground. On
that issue of all community members having their hands on making sure that there are solutions, but there are people that are restricted, like for instance women are not allowed to have critical roles when it comes to the process of initiation. How then are you saying that all hands must come on deck to ensure that we work together to solve the problems? Thank you for that question.
Naturally, all the parents supposed to play the role when we're having this particular custom. There is a responsibility for the parents on the side of the mother's side, mm-hmm. and also on the father's side we have our own responsibility. We don't clash on the roles and responsibility what one should be doing. For instance, naturally, the young boy will firstly approach the mother at home. It is the mother who will call up on his husband or his brother to say, my son is ready to undergo an initiation school. So everyone has a role to play in the custom. But what we're saying by saying all hands on deck on this matter, all the communities, because when you're grooming up a man, it is the person that will be a leader in the society. Mm-hmm. So it's our responsibility collectively, even if he is not your biological son. So we must make sure that this practice, we do it in the proper way and in a correct manner, whereby there will be no death. That's what we are preaching to the society, even on our awareness campaigns when we're on the ground. And also we went to the school to make sure that the kids itself are being informed what are the things that are expected from them.
Okay, let's go back to the numbers. We are saying since 2016, almost 300 boys lost their lives in the process of this custom. We are not really talking much about the more than 1,000 boys who have lost their manhood and nationally since these problems of initiation started creeping up. What are you doing as traditional leaders to reincorporate and reintegrate those boys who unfortunately lost their genitals in this process?
That is why amongst the role players, which is the stakeholders that are participating in the program, it's a social development with its own programs on the issues of that nature. But we are concerned because we've been getting some comments to say they are being ill-treated in our societies. If there are such cases, we just want to be hands-on those societies that are discriminating those boys because they didn't do that deliberately. So it was the fault of the society, not themselves as the people who undergo the initiation school. So we are calling upon the people not to discriminate those boys. We must bring them to the society because they are the part of the society, but giving them some counseling, that is a proper process on the Department of Social Development, which is the part of the stakeholders. So they've got that process of counseling within our stakeholders in the forum.
Okay, thank you very much for your time. Well, there was Chief Mkhanyiseni Dudumayo from the OR Tambo Region Forum that focuses on problems that have something to do with problems that continue to face them when we talk about initiation in the Eastern Cape. And tomorrow, we will take this conversation further when we speak to the Deputy Minister of the Department of Cooperative Governance and Traditional Affairs, Deputy Minister Obert Mapela, on Morning Live here on Channel 4. It's back to you in Johannesburg.